Hey guys, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Today's reading is how do they see you, the person or people on your mind? How are they looking at you at the moment? All right. So we've got three groups for you to choose from. Group 1, the amethyst. Group 2, the sodalite crystal. And group 3, the fusite crystal. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. How do they see you? Feel free to pause the video if you do need to take a moment to choose your group, but I will see you guys in your readings. Hey beautiful people, if you've chosen the first group, then this reading is for you. How does the person or people on your mind see you, okay? So we have the Hangman in reverse. We have the 6 of Cups in reverse. And 5 of Cups also in reverse. Sorry. And I'll pull some more cards at the end. Okay, so how do they see you? So this person or people, they feel like there's finally going to be movement between you guys. They kind of felt like you were maybe avoiding them before, or there was distance, or I don't know, things weren't working out before, but they kind of feel like there's finally going to be movement between you guys, or that they're hopeful there's going to be movement. It's like now they see the potential. One moment. So now they see the potential of you not avoiding them in the future. They feel like it'll be less likely. But they're not sure though. They're not really sure of the outcome, but they do feel hopeful. They do feel like things are moving in the right direction. Even if there is no like physical proof for that yet. They see you as sexy and alluring, and as someone they are quite hot and passionate for. They do see you as slightly temperamental. For some of you, they see you as temperamental, either because just maybe they see you as being a bit maybe moody, or maybe quite passionate about certain things. For some of you, they could view you as temperamental because you've moved on from them, or you haven't really been speaking to them like that. Or they kind of feel like the energy between you guys is quite temperamental, maybe up and down, hot and cold. But yeah, for others though, they just think you're temperamental in general and not necessarily directed towards them. They do see you as someone who won't wait for them, so they won't even ask, you know? But let me see if this is in a broad sense. Alright, so they could feel like you've already been waiting for each other. Maybe you've been waiting on them for there to be movement, or for there to be some kind of approach, or next step in your connection, you know, whatever it is. But yeah, they feel like you've been not necessarily patient, but they definitely feel like you've been waiting on them. And they don't see you as they don't see you as like basically doing that forever, you know? And they won't ask you to do it forever either. For some of you though, they see you as someone they would have an affair with. If this is not someone you're already in a relationship, but they do see you as someone they would have an affair with. it feels like this person, they can't help but fantasize about you. They see you as someone they could make happy because they could think you are currently unhappy and unfulfilled in certain areas of your life. I feel maybe in general though, with the Nine of Cups, they could feel like you're not happy. But yeah, they see you as someone who definitely has a lot going on below the surface. It's like, for example, your smile is beautiful and it's bright, but your eyes may be sad, you know, or the brightness from your smile may not reach your eyes. Maybe your eyes are like worried or distant. So yeah, they do think you have a lot going on that you don't share or talk about, or maybe even make obvious. But yeah, on the surface, they see you as being super calm, chill, and very mature. But they also see you as someone they want to support and as someone who maybe needs support. They do see you as someone who makes their heart break a little, actually. For some of you, this is because you've moved on from them, or you're more distant, or you move fast so they can't really catch you or talk to you or simply get closer to you. So yeah, this person, they see you as a good person but very overwhelmed. They see you as mentally strong and composed, analytical in certain situations. There are times they see you as generous, and there are other times they see you as very self focused. This person does stay sexually fantasizing about you, if I'm being honest. They actually see you as someone they'd risk it all for, if I'm being honest. Like if they knew they could be with you indefinitely, if they knew you were into them like they are you, it feels like they would risk it all. I don't know why, but it does feel like someone who could potentially already be in a relationship or married even. I don't know, guys. Or maybe it's the environment. Maybe, I don't know. Let me see something. I don't know if it's something or someone. Um, but yeah, it feels like they would be ready to take a risk on you if they felt more sure. Which I think defeats the purpose of a risk. Maybe a calculated risk. Anyways, moving on. So, oops, God, sorry. Um, but yeah, it feels like this person is definitely longing for you. They would like it if you guys could start on a clean slate, put your shared history behind you guys. They see you as trying to let go of your past and transition into a new person, almost like you're trying to separate yourself from your past. They definitely see you as an independent individual They think you don't, and you don't want to need or rely on anyone. They see you as someone they're really passionate about. I know I mentioned that already, but it feels like right now they are feeling super drawn towards you. They see you as not having a close family or a close network of people or friends or, support and connections, stuff like that. For some of you, though, they see you as much younger than them. They feel guilty, maybe due to the age difference, or they feel insecure about it. They see you as not focused on them, but they're focused on you. They do think that they have unrealistic expectations of you and your connection. They could also be afraid of maybe asking too much from you. Like what they want to manifest between you guys isn't realistic. And for some of you, it's because, there's something going on. I don't know if they're married or in a relationship or like kind of separated and kind of going through that process. But yeah, it feels like their hopes in regards to you isn't realistic to them right now because of, other things going on. But because they're closing more doors to make that possible, it feels like they're a little bit more hopeful about it. But yeah, this person, they do feel deeply connected to you emotionally, but they want to connect more with you physically. They see you as someone who doesn't or tries not to stress like about past things, or like you don't. Let me see something. Okay, basically they don't see you as someone who is emotionally attached to their past, something that they really like about you. The Two of Cups and the Lovers came out with that message, so they could feel like that's something you guys would really connect on, or they feel like that's something that would make your bond stronger. But yeah, they just want to connect or reconnect with you on a deeper level. They also see you as funny and think you have a great sense of humor. They love to see you smile and laugh. It's like when they see you laugh and smile, it changes your whole appearance and vibe. Okay, so how do they see you? We have forceful. I can't even see it there. So we have forceful. We have conservative, we have extravagant, and we have extroverted. So for some of you, they do see you as forceful. Maybe a wee bit aggressive. Very strong. They could see you as quite conservative too. Maybe reserved. Not necessarily traditional, but for some of you they could. It feels like they actually see you as more introverted than extroverted, if I'm being honest. And they also see you as someone they want to do extravagant things for as well. But anyways, that is all I have. For those of you who chose this here group, I do hope it could make sense and be helpful. But I'm wishing you guys the best. Alright, take care. Welcome. If you have chosen the second group, the Solar Light Crystal, then this reading is for you, the person on your mind. How do they see you at the moment? So we have the Four of Pentacles upright. We have Eight of Wands in reverse. And we also have the Knight of Pentacles upright. Alright, so this person definitely sees you as strong, hardworking. But at the moment, it feels like they see you more through the lens of how you treat them or how they think you might treat them. But I will be kind of like reading the messages in like the present as opposed to something that they believe will happen. But for some of you, they could have that perspective. But it feels like at the moment they see you as wanting to control them, like things they say, what they wear, and how they act. For some of you, though, this is just how they see things going. Like they see you as someone who would want to do stuff like that, who would want to control what they say or what they wear, blah, 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 you know? So they do see you as draining or someone who could potentially be draining, as someone who doesn't accept and love them for who they are or where they are at in their lives currently. And they don't think you would do it or you are currently doing it with good intentions either. They aren't really sure whether or not they should trust you. It feels like your actions are telling them they should trust you, but their intuition is telling them the opposite. So they are feeling a bit confused in regards to you right now. For example, when you're trying to change them, maybe you make them feel like it's for their own good, like you're doing it because you care, blah, blah, blah. But they know it's not, you know? So they could feel like there's some questionable intentions when it comes to that. But yeah, they could see you as judgmental and materialistic, and they don't think... So they think that you try to maybe draw them in, either with your looks or with like gifts and material things, or you use it as another form of control, or they think that you would use it as another form of control. For some of you, they see you as someone who would do or say something like shady or slimy, and like they see you as someone who would do something not nice and then, you know, get them a gift or do something nice for them to distract from your actions or something that you said, you know, like those kind of situations. I'm not saying that that's true, obviously, and for some of you, they're not even sure if you're that kind of person, but they could have some trust issues for sure. But yeah, they do think you want to be a good person, though. And they could already see you as a good person, but for some of you, they see you as, you know, trying to be a good person. But it's like they could feel that when you do try, like go out of your way to be a good person, it doesn't sit right with them. It doesn't feel right, or it doesn't seem honest, you know, in their opinion. Um, so yeah, they see themselves as a burden on you. Like they know they're not a burden, but you make them feel like they are a burden, like they aren't good enough. They think you want them to need you, but they know that they don't need you. There's a big part of them that wants you to leave them alone because of, being controlling and judgmental. They see you as trying to hold on to them for as long as possible. Um, Maybe for the wrong reasons though. They do see you as very hardworking. They see you as maybe frequently stressed and overwhelmed as well. But unfortunately, it feels like they see you as a liar and someone who is very secretive. They do think you want to feed on their financial stability. They think that you want to use them financially, or they see that happening. They see you as not over the past, and they definitely recognize that you've been through a lot. Um, but they feel like what you've been through has maybe, you know, created a part of you that is maybe jaded or bitter. But let me see something. They also see you as having a jealous streak as well. Um, but it feels like they want to see you in a happier place, like genuinely happy though. They don't want you to find happiness through other people or through material things. They want you to be happy on your own, like in your heart and your soul. Um, but at the moment they see you as interfering in their life, or potentially will, maybe slowing down and stagnate in certain areas of their life. um, they could think or see you as not having much going on with yourself, like maybe outside of work. Like they feel like maybe there's not much going on in terms of like personal fulfillment. And because of that, they feel like that is why you interfere with them or other people. They want your life to have meaning, and right now they are concerned that it doesn't. They think you don't know how to handle stress, or you get panicky and overwhelmed. And they kind of just see you as needing to be more patient at the moment and less impulsive. I'm going to get some more cards in terms of how they see you. All right, so we have particular, we have straightforward, we have decisive, we have sensitive, and we have competitive. So how do they see you? All right, so they could see you as quite particular or quite picky, and again, quite controlling, like when it comes to them or when it comes to certain other people and things in your life. So they actually see you as pretty indecisive. Let me see. Maybe when it comes to them, or like that's how your energy shows up when you're around them, in their opinion. But they kind of see you as maybe needing to be more decisive, or they see themselves as needing to be more decisive when it comes to you. They also see you as needing to be more competitive. They also see you as needing to be more straightforward as well. They could see you as quite emotional and sensitive too. But that is all I have though for those of you who chose this group. I do hope it can be helpful and make sense. But I'm wishing you guys the best, alright? Please take care. Bye. Hello, welcome. If you've chosen the third group, the Fusite Crystal, then this reading is for you. So the person on your mind, how do they see you, person or people? Seven of Cups upright, Page of Cups in reverse, and the Nine of Swords upright. All right, so they see you as someone who has, struggled in their life, maybe with mental health. Maybe they kind of see you as someone who does either currently have depression or someone who's just kind of like battled depression throughout their life. But they definitely, I don't know if, but they see you as being in a better place, The sun came out to clarify that, so it's not that they see you as like, I don't want to say the wrong thing, but it's not like they see you as cured, but they do see you as like having a handle on it, if that makes sense. But yeah, they see you as having a shit ton of potential, if I'm being honest, They think you are quite dynamic as well, but they think you don't really take your potential serious, or you don't, live up to your potential. And they could feel like you don't live up to your potential, or you don't settle into like one area or one career or one person, or one hobby. I don't know what this potential is referring to, but they feel like you don't settle on one because you prefer to be free. Like they kind of see you as really lacking your freedom. Like they could see you as not wanting to commit to something or someone that would potentially take away your freedom. So you, because of that, you do like to keep your options open. But they do see you as someone who has so much potential. Whatever you decided to do, it could be in a specific way. Like say for example, you're very talented in arts or intellectually, or something like that. They definitely think you like to do things in your own time. For some of you, though, at times they do think you move slowly and expect other people to stall or just wait for you, even though they understand even though they understand your need or your desire to move slowly. They think you should basically be mindful of maybe expecting that from other people, like waiting on you. It's like they think you shouldn't create problems for other people because you like to move slowly. Like it shouldn't interfere with anyone else. Like if that's what you like to do, then they kind of respect it, but not when it interferes with other people. They don't think you do that intentionally anyway. It's kind of like just food for thought. Like there's something that they want you to think about and be mindful of. But yeah, they see you as someone that is creative. But for some of you, depending on who this person is, like they see you as someone they're starting to resent. They could be resenting bad decision making or showing poor judgment or morals that don't align with their own. they also see you as trying to force your lifestyle onto other people and them, which they are starting to resent. But the thing is, it feels like this person really likes you though, you know? So it could, like, say for example, you're really close to someone, but there's something about them bugs you. You know, it's nothing personal, it's not that deep, but it is something. It's like they notice that resentment is building, and it feels like they want to nip that shit in the bud before it gets too far, like um before it's a problem, you know, because right now it's not a problem, but they want to nip it in the bud before it is. um so they really are looking towards a solution. Like, they don't want to have sour feelings, so if it can be rectified, then they will try. But yeah, they see you as someone that is optimistic and opportunistic. They think you they do think you keep people around you who can benefit you. Like, for some of you, do they think at times they do think you have bad intentions towards them, but they haven't seen it, and it's like, okay, I have this feeling that you don't have the best intentions towards me, but I haven't necessarily seen you do anything to confirm my intuition. And it's like, I really don't want to believe that you even have bad intentions towards me either. But it is something that passes through their mind that makes them cautious, and makes them trust you less. And this may even be through no fault of your own, to be honest. But yeah, they see you as seductive, but also emotional, sometimes immature. They see you as not knowing what you want with them, but also in other areas of your life. They also see you as being unrealistic at times. They think you get distracted easily. They do think you should follow through with your plans and your goals and limit your distractions. So this person, they also think you love being around them, whereas they see themselves as more indifferent, even though they do really like you. Do you know, at the moment, they may not like being around you. I'm sorry. But they do feel like you love being around them. They see you as an artist. They see you as a bit scattered though. But they think you're just a floopy person in general, you know? Like it's a characteristic, not something that, you know, you're anxious and, you know, it's hard to concentrate. It doesn't feel like that. Um, they see you as flirtatious and friendly, but at times overly friendly and maybe overly familiar with some people. But they like that you can pretty much vibe and be friends with anyone. Like, they like that about you, but sometimes they can worry about it a bit. They do think you are prone to temptations at times. For some of you, they could see you as being naive as well. It feels like this person, they want the best for you, but they could see you as dismissive of them. Like, you could make them feel rejected, maybe their ideas, their thoughts, their feelings. For some of you, they could see you as someone they want to separate from. Um, Let me see. Because maybe they're not willing to follow what you say, or, you know, kind of follow along to get along. Like, then maybe they're not willing to do that anymore. And they could think you either will try to cut them out because of that, or you're already starting to cut them out because of that. They feel like things between you guys are quite, I don't know if messy is the right word, but they do feel like it's quite confusing. or maybe it's just confusing for me. But anyway, so for some of you, they do see you as promiscuous. They see that you are sensitive, but in a way where they think that they need to watch what they say, um, or there's a potential for you to blow it out of proportion. It feels like you also make them feel anxious. Maybe your looks or your optimism. I'm just gonna get some more cards. Okay, so how do they see you? So, how do they see you? Alright, so we have decisive, we have thoughtful, we have naughty, hell yeah. We have forceful, and we have extroverted. Alright. A few of these cards actually came out for both groups, if I'm being honest. It came out for group 1 and group 2, but mixed. The only new one I think is naughty and thoughtful. But anyways. So, they do see you as quite naughty, wink wink. This does feel like in a flirtatious kind of way, promiscuous kind of way. Not promiscuous, I think I'm using that word wrong if I'm being honest. But in a sexy kind of way, basically. So they don't necessarily see you as forceful, but they may see you as someone they need to be a bit more assertive with, a bit more forceful with. So this person, they also feel like, again, like there was that energy of confusion, but it feels like maybe now, even now, or it's like getting to that point where they are kind of feeling a bit more clear and decisive about you and maybe about what they're going to do in your relationship moving forward. They do see you as very thoughtful though, and they do see you as very extroverted as well. But that's all that's coming out for those of you who chose this group. I really do hope it could be helpful and make sense, and wishing you guys the best, okay? Please take care of yourselves. Bye.